Hey y'all, it's the Country Notary. Whew, it's almost nap time for me, but I thought I'd do one more video. Actually, I promised to do another video about my assignment today. It's about 11:30 noonish. Assignment today. Did it on my lunch break. Hey, can't fault me for that. Um, Out in the country, and I did a couple of videos over that country road that I took to and from the signing. Actually, and the bridge to get to the signing, and then the country road, and then the country road back. And some of the sights that I saw along the way, I thought it's kind of funny. The things you see every day, you may not think is that interesting, but then I thought maybe I should put this in my video because it's literally a day in the life of my notary business, my loan signing appointment today. So anyway, watch those videos and hope you enjoy them. Tallest Bridge in Texas, and then those country roads. Get home quick because I saw a prison gang today. But anyway, enough about me. Enough about me. That's funny. So I had a split signing today, a refi. I'd like to talk a little bit more about some of the signings and the experience during the signing. So that if you have similar experiences, you may be able to learn some tips or tactics from what I encountered. And before I forget, please subscribe to my channel, y'all. I want to see y'all hit that button and the like button. Touch your notification bell, or just watch YouTube again in a few days, and you'll see another video regarding the day in the life of the country notary. So today, day in the life of the country notary. Actually, I'm already home, but I'm going to talk about the signing today out in the country. Again, I call myself the country notary. I take these appointments far and wide. I publish a very broad service area, 75 miles on most cases. I think I have 75-mile service radius on my profiles, and because of that, when I get a call for an order that is, out there, far out there, I have to accept it. If not, I'd be, hypocritical. And I've gotten several, and they've actually been very interesting. Again, you grow and learn with each signing. And again, that's something I'm very interested in doing. I'm interested in helping guys. I'd like to get at least one student. I'd like to get at least one student and help coach them through their notary early months of their notary business. So and I was actually offering free coaching, free to the first 5 students who reach out to me, free 5 20-minute sessions, and I'll answer all the questions that I can, because again, I am a full-time teacher. I've coached for many years, and I think I could be a pretty decent notary coach, someone to chat with. So hit me up. My info is in the description of this video. And then we'll see how it goes. I'm going to hear your feedback and see if I could really be a help to somebody out there. And you know what? I'm going to stop saying that. I can be a help to somebody out there who's starting their notary business, and you're within the first maybe 3 months or so, or along the way with me. I'm in my 6th month now. So if you think, well, I'm in my 5th, 6th month, maybe there's some parallels. Hit me up and we can talk. Your loan signing agent business. A lot of potential in the business, guys. If you haven't signed up, if you're thinking about signing up as a notary public and taking the class, I highly recommend that you do that, because it is a very lucrative part-time business, or full-time if you decide to go full-time, and has, from what I see, a great amount of earning potential, especially in my case. I'm in a relatively small market, and I think there's some notary competition out there, because I don't get every order, and I've still been able to put together a pretty decent monthly, weekly income, actually daily, because I have another video I'm gonna, I have a headache from thinking about it. Another video I'm gonna drop. Every day is payday. Every day is payday as a notary. So stay tuned for that. So anyway, let's get this real quick. Split signing in the country. What is a split signing? The couple is refinancing. The wife was at home in the country home that I spoke of, and the husband was traveling for work. So received the order a couple of days ago, if not yesterday, yeah, a couple of days ago, and the title company explained to me how it was a split signing, and they wanted to make sure I understood the forwarding instructions, which really was just to drop the FedEx package with a prepaid label, as well as some other details about the document. So they sent the document to me kind of weird. It wasn't packaged like normal, where you have one large PDF file that has like the mortgage and the CD, etc., the title company's documents all the way through the end of the package. It wasn't in an orderly flow like normal. It was sent in, I think, 3 separate files. The CD was sent in one file, the Altua statement was sent in a second file, and then the lending docs were sent in a third file, and I think I actually had 4th file, and then Texas title docs were sent in a 4th file. So, and I just left them in that order. I'm not a expert on how they want those. If they wanted those collated, batched them up in the same order that I received them. So getting through the split signing, the some of the notarial certificates were a little off. I'm assuming the person who prepares these documents takes it from one format, like either Microsoft Word or some type of document system they have, and transforms it into a PDF file to send to the notary. So it's a PDF file. You're not able to alter it, and of course that's not our job to alter the file. I use Notary Rotor's PDF sorter, read the file in, and print. And in this case, it was separated when I got it, so I printed it separate. Normally, I use the Notary PDF sorter tool to just double check the page counts, but I have a double trace printer, so I don't normally use the PDF sorter to print the documents. But anyway, long story short, it came in 4 or 5 different pieces. So I explained to the signer early on in the signing that we have to be very careful not to sign under her husband's name, and also some of the notarial certificates. Well, the notarial certificates were specific to the person's signature. So when we went to sign, I wanted to make sure she also knew that we were only notarizing her signatures and not her husband's, because oftentimes they the client tries to help you by pointing out, well, should I sign here? What do we do about this? And so I kind of started thinking about giving them a little coaching, a little directing them a little up front. It kind of helps take control of the signing table. We'll talk about that in the video as well. Take control of the signing table. Kind of give her a little direction at first, and kind of give her an understanding of how the process was going to flow. So we did a good job. We went through the first time. She signed all of her spots. There was a couple of questions. She had to call her husband on one of those, look up something on the phone on another question about the survey. But we got through the signing, and it was pretty comfortable. Some of the notarial certificates, we had to draw a line through the husband's name and initial, because again, you can't notarize someone's signature or name if they're not present. So in that case, we lined his name out. I lined his name out and notarized only her name and her signatures, and the notary on the receiving end in where his work location is. She'll then have to take care of the notarial certificates for his name, and either bring some loose certificates herself, or receive some more printout copies from the title company, because again, those are attachments. So we got through the signing pretty I guess efficiently. It still took about 45 minutes or so. She had 2 little kids. They weren't really bothering us, but she was kind of tending to them occasionally. And at the end, as always, I looked at every page as she handed them back to me. Every page. I had already looked at every page prior to going to the appointment. So that's my process. I look at every page as I'm prepping the documents. After I print them, batch them together with paper clips. I'm going to talk about batching and stuff on another video. And as I hand them to the signer, I look at them. Of course, when she hands them back to me, I look at them again. That's the 3rd check. And then when we're done, I look through the entire package again to make sure we didn't miss anything. So 4 checks, triple check again. And in this case, as I went through the 4th check, we missed a signature at the top of the universal loan application. This company still had the old version of the universal loan application in that package, and we missed the signature that's on the top because you sign in 3 spots on that document. I think it's bottom, bottom, top, bottom in 3 different places. But anyway, we caught that, and that was good. We were like a team. We were working like a team, actually, which is kind of metaphoric, but at the same time true, because when you get that buy-in, so to speak, that assistance, it kind of helps the signing go a little bit quicker and less, detailed reading and questions. And then lastly, I decided to check all the way through the document one more time, again, which was very, very beneficial because I had actually failed to fill in a couple of blanks in the notarial certificates. And I think this is important to mention as well, new notaries. You will receive multiple versions of a notarial certificate in the same document. The mortgage company may have their verbiage and layout. Title company may have their verbiage and layout. And then the county will have their verbiage and layout, am I thinking. So along those lines, some are all typed out, and all you basically have to do is sign your name and print underneath. Sometimes you'll have to sign your name, print, and write in your notary commission expiration. Sometimes you'll have to write in the state and the county. Sometimes you'll have to write it all in, or none of the above, or some of the above. So they vary. And in this case, this document had various types of notarial certificates, as I mentioned earlier. And as I went through the package for the, I think, 4th or 5th time at that point, I can't remember, starting to get hot here in Texas. I then realized I didn't fill in the state and county on one notarial certificate that had to be filled in by hand, but because probably 80-90% of them were pre-typed. So just as a heads up, all notarial certificates are not created equal. Double check, triple check, and check again. So we got through the signing, packaged everything up, packed up all my stuff. I think there was something else that was unique. Oh, kind of a sidebar. The lender had asked the client to have a printout copy of her driver's license already printed out. So that would have been like the, a good customer thing to do for herself. And when I got there, she goes, I intended to print out a copy of my driver's license, but I have that big old fancy printer over there, and it does not absolutely work at all. So we kind of had a chuckle about that, and I said, oh, no problem. Today, for the first time, I was able to use my brand new, haven't been used yet, let's see, HP, I'm trying to think of the actual model number, HP Inkjet 200, I think S is in Sam, mobile printer, y'all. And if I were a good videographer, I'd have it in the video right now, but I'm gonna do a video about it soon. And I whipped it out. I actually carried it in because, of course, I read the instructions that, of course, intending to print a copy of her driver's license. Turned it on, connected to my phone, took a picture of her driver's license and printed it out, which was pretty cool because we had been kind of joking around about technology right when I came in, when she talked about a printer, and I was like, that was cool. The country notary. I might be country, but I know that technology, y'all. So I busted out their printer, printed it out, and she thought it was pretty cool too. So anyway, first time I was able to use it, and then of course, great. Put that printed ID in the package at the very end after I checked it like 4 or 5 times. Put it in the FedEx package and was able to go to FedEx on my way back to work, saving about 20 minutes because if I had to go home and print the ID and then go back to FedEx, I would have been late getting back from my lunch break. So that all being said, efficiency, bought that printer, invested in my business to save time, and it did save time. So it allowed me to double dip today. I did have a long lunch break, but when I do that, I try to work at least that same amount of time after work or on another day. And it's something I like to talk about when it comes to things like that. If your job is flexible, which, you can whatever your situation is. Sometimes I'll have signings in a neighborhood like 10 minutes from my job. And obviously, instead of driving home for, 20 minutes home, 20 minutes back, wasting 40 minutes, I'll literally wait and work extra, so to speak, and take that and work extra to go service that appointment. My phone's ringing. I'm sorry. So the time, if I do go over on a lunch break, I will then talk to my supervisor and say, hey, I'm going to work a little extra today because I had to take a little longer break. Or even sometimes when I have doctor's appointments and things like that, I try to make the time up after work when I can, and or volunteering on, campus if we have some kind of campus event. So long story short, that's, based on your own work situation. Made the FedEx dropped, package is on its way to the other notary in the other state, who will then notarize her husband's signature and then send it back to the title company. So generally speaking, that's how a split signing works. This video is about done, guys. I'm going to take a nap like I mentioned. It's the Country Notary. If you have questions about a split signing or any other questions that I might be able to address, hit me up in the my contact information in the description of this video. I will talk to y'all soon.